SMR Podcast Network. You should be listening. What is going on, everybody? RWT family, Smart Mark Radio listeners, and cool people. Holy crap, cool people in general. This is the live review of the... hold on, let me actually go live. This is going to be the live review. I'm currently live right now on the SMR Podcast Network Facebook page, and I have shared it into the RWT Facebook page. So it's pretty much shared throughout it. You'll be able to find this video later on YouTube, along with last night's War Games review. That was kind of really choppy. I apologize. It is going to be exclusive to YouTube and Facebook on that, so just know that it'll be there. It will be there. So with all that being said, let us talk Survivor Series. I would kind of like to wait for other people to get into this thing, and I will start just plugging people. Invite you. I'm inviting everybody. I want everybody and their mom to come check it out. I want them to hear what I have to say about Survivor Series as a whole. What they did wrong, what they did right. Invite. Everybody gonna get an invite. Hey. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll invite him. There we go. Whatever. I send out plenty of invites. If you got one, you're a special guy. Tony Kirkendall, my first dude. What's happening, my brother, man? Hope you enjoyed Survivor Series for the most part of whatever it was. Last night I came on here. We had issues with microphones. We had issues with cameras. We had issues just overall. Today it is fixed. Laptop is back, which means you're gonna get regular scheduled episodes, not coming out late. No more hiatuses, all that fun stuff. Tony, if you're still in the room, let me know what you thought of this show as a whole. Overall, I thought it was a good show. I'm not gonna go as far as saying it was a great show. It definitely had its ups. It's had its downs. We had Becky botching spots. I felt NXT should have absolutely swept. I don't mind them losing the tag team match. It was on the pre-show. Pre-show matches don't mean anything to me, so I don't give a shit about a pre-show match. I do want to go back and check it out. I heard it was. I haven't heard much. I've heard that the crowd was really into it, but most people caught it late because, again, it's a pre-show match, and none of us are paying attention to the pre-show. Which, again, the fucking thing starts at 2 o'clock. Who in the hell has got the time to pay attention to the pre-show? Okay, there's football right now. People got kids. It's Sunday. Some people aren't working. They want to relax. There's a magnitude. There's a magnitude of different things that could be going on right now. Okay, besides watching the fucking Survivor Series pre-show. So, but again, still waiting for people. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna get rambling about it. I apologize. Sickness going around the house, and I'm probably next on the list. But I'm doing the best I can. Bear with me. I apologize if I take multiple long gulps or any of that fun jazz. Don't want to get into that or that. And let's get right into the opening match, which was the Women's Survivor Series match. And if I can quickly go through the teams here. Team SmackDown, Carmella, Sasha Banks, Dana Brooke, Nikki Cross, and Lacey Evans. Team Raw, Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Asuka, Kairi Sane, the NXT Tag Team Champions, and Sarah Logan. And then Team NXT was Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm, and Candice LeRae. Toni Storm kind of the surprise entrant in this match. Teams were announced last night right after War Games. If you were paying attention to social media, which, again, we really kind of don't. So can we stop going crazy with the social media? Like, unless you guys post it on Facebook and, are making it out to be a big fucking deal, a random post on Instagram isn't going to get a lot of people's attention. A Twitter thing isn't going to get a lot of people. We need more, bruh. We need more. Chris, if you're still in the group, if you're still in the chat, what's happening? Let me know what you thought of Survivor Series, if you caught any of it. But, yeah. So I'm going to keep rambling about this show. But this opening match, now, I fucking loved this opening match. I thought it was actually really good. Everybody shined in their own spots. I mean, it was a lot of it was a lot of shit. It was a lot of shit. I'll quickly go through as much of it as I can. Lorray and Io Shirai were taken out with injury. They ended up going to the back. That was kind of like the big storyline of it all. So immediately, right off the bat, NXT is down 2 ladies. So it's the 3-on-5-on-5 advantage for Raw and SmackDown. Belair gets pinned by Nikki Cross with his schoolboy, and she's using the ropes. It was great. Belair looked awesome, hitting a 450 on Sarah Logan, pinning her. Charlotte Flair pins Carmella with a natural selection, which was great because she would not stop screaming. I was thinking Jesus that she was eliminated. Excuse me. Wow, right into the microphone on that one. Sasha Banks pinned Kairi Sane with a Meteora, which I was kind of rather upset with because that's kind of like just her comeback move, and you just pinned one half of the one half of the WWE women's tag team champions with just a basic move. Asuka pinned Dana Brooke with the spin kick, which, hey, if she kicked me that hard, I would fucking just stay down too. Asuka and Flair kind of got into it for a little bit. Asuka then blew green mist into the face of Charlotte Flair, then walked off. A blinded Flair got hit with a women's right by Lacey Evans and pinned. Natalya comes in, showing everybody how to do things. She pins Evans with a schoolboy. Natalya and Banks hit the double submission on Toni Storm, which I was kind of really upset about, but whatever. Shit happens. Belair pinned Natalya. Yeah. Belair pinned Natalya and Sasha Banks via the heart attack. And then that's when everything got kind of crazy. I'm sorry. No, this is how it went down for it to become what it was. Natalya. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Belair was pinned by Natalya. I forget what the fucking move says. Anyway, the point is fucking Sasha Banks makes a turn. She turns on Natalya, and, you know, shows like, oh, she's fucking NXT at heart, and it's left for her against Rhea Ripley. They have a rather fun, like, 4 minutes. I enjoyed it. The ladies, Toni Storm and Io Shirai came out to help. They kind of just stayed on the sidelines. They could have did way more, but they just stayed on the sidelines, and it was a nice win for them. It was, overall, it was good. NXT with the first big win of the night, the first main match of the evening. I felt it was really dang good. But that was also the first time that I was like, okay, let's start this sweep. Then I see the fucking scoreboard, and fucking, it's already not a sweep. Like, NXT has already lost some shit, and I'm like, you motherfuckers. Excuse me. But that is neither here nor there. Oh, Jesus criminy. Ignore all that. That is my podcast partner, Paul. We're trying to figure out some things. I will deal with all that, so ignore all that fun stuff in the background. Anyway, I'm going to continue onward here. Also, ignore my Lord Jesus. Of course, my man Travis, again, working. I sent so many invites out to so many different people, and some guys are able to show, some guys are not able to show. But I apologize. Let's get into the next one. Triple threat match. The Intercontinental Champion with this cool new black belt, if you will, Shinsuke Nakamura, taking on United States Champion AJ Styles against the North American Champion, the NXT North American Champion, might I add, Roderick Strong. Everything is great. And doing the live show now. And I'm doing it so quick, I misspelled live. But who gives a shit? He knows what I was talking about. This is one of these matches I can't, talk about. This was just so WrestleMania kind of kickouts with everything. They went out there, they beat the crap out of each other. Some of it was stiff, some of it wasn't. It was really well put together. But in all reality, Roddy gets like a sneaky win, which is great. I guess it's kind of heat, but I liked it. I mean, I thought it was really fun. I thought it was a really fun match. I expected a little bit more, but I was not disappointed by any means. So apparently, Mauro Ranallo and Corey Graves got into it on a fucking Twitter war. If any of you guys know anything about that, if you want to let me know, that'd be fucking fantastic, because I don't know jack shit about what the fuck happened between him and Corey. But I'm sure within, a fucking couple of days or whatever, me listening to all the shit I listen to, I'll figure it out, and we'll go from there. But again, Roddy gets a good win here. Again, NXT looking really strong. Even though it was a sneak win, doesn't matter. He looked excellent in the match. Daniel Bryan and The Miz were there, and The Miz is like trying to give Daniel Bryan a pep talk, but he's just making The Fiend out to be some mythical creature, which I didn't think did anybody any good. But that's when we get the announcement that Mauro Ranallo is out due to his voice being blown out. But hey, again, I guess it was due to Twitter beef. Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne was a very, very, very good match. This is definitely like a takeover caliber match. I know I say like that, and there's going to be some people that are new to this whole thing. Like, what do you mean NXT takeover? This is a Survivor Series. Isn't the main show better? No. The main shows normally aren't better. Like, this was good. This was almost takeover caliber. Minus a few things, minus some obvious WWE moves, and this is a takeover caliber card. I'm sorry, takeover caliber show. But unfortunately, you have those issues, and none of it's going away, and we had to deal with them. Anyway, the whole thing is this is like a great match. Cole's trying to go for the Panama Sunrise. He's not able to get it. He does. Well, no, he hits the Panama Sunrise in a last shot. Ends up Dunn kicked out of the last shot earlier, so this one was pretty much it. The first 10 minutes were rather kind of just, they were in there, and then it picked up. I, again, still enjoyed it. Takeover caliber-esque kind of match. But yeah, the killer Panama City Sunrise on the apron, super safe, looks crazy. The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan, Universal title. Look, I'm getting really fucking sick and tired of this red light. Okay? I was making jokes that, oh, hey, maybe it'll be blue next week now that, he changed the fucking color of the title to blue, but that didn't happen. And I don't know what the fuck is going to change. And this lighting needs to change. I mean, this is a serious thing. I have to squint and look in a weird direction to try to figure out what the fuck is going on. This is one of these matches where it's like, I'm super into it, but I could barely fucking pay attention. Excuse me. But I mean, it was still rather good. It's Daniel Bryan we're talking about here. Daniel Bryan gets a fucking great match out of just about everybody. In my opinion, this was the best Fiend match so far. But of course, the Fiend wins with the Mandible Claw and then pinning Bryan. Because, Bryan kicked out of Sister Abigail in like 2.95. It was fucking mad close. Men's Survivor Series match. Like, we got the Goldberg chance because, Matt Riddle's Matt Riddle. The rest of this, okay, so I have a couple of problems with this shit. Like, if you paid attention at all in the women's match, like, these tags didn't mean jack shit. They didn't mean jack shit. They're running in, they're hitting other ladies, they're doing whatever the fuck they want, and it doesn't matter. There was no real transitions in tags. They just got in the ring and did the business. And in this one, everybody's tripping on tags. They fucking... I forgot who they screwed over. I want to say it was maybe Mustafa Ali. I believe Mustafa Ali. He ends up getting like a bad roll up. I swear Corbin got the tag somehow. And I'm like, well, isn't Corbin the legal dude? And the answer is no, I guess, somehow, some way. And the crowd fucking hated it. But quickly, let's go through it. It was, again, I enjoyed it. I did hate that Walter lost so early. Why did Walter have to be like the first dude out? He was the first fucking guy out. And it's like, really? Of all the people, you're going to kick Walter out first? Like, I love the rest of these guys. And really quick, let me go through the teams because I didn't do it earlier. This is Team Raw. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. Team SmackDown is Roman Reigns, King Corbin, Shorty G, Mustafa Ali, who got this Mustafa back, and Braun Strowman, taking on Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, Damian Priest, and Walter. Okay, and listen to me when I say this. I love Mustafa Ali. He could have been the first guy pinned. I love Shorty G. He could be I fucking love. You hear me? I fucking love Shorty G. And he could have been the first guy pinned. Ricochet could have been the first guy pinned. King Corbin should have been the first guy pinned. But no, instead we get Walter immediate fucking heat. And he gets beat on one Claymore kick. One. He's Walter. He's Walter. Come the fuck on. Okay? It's bad enough we have to deal with the ending. We get Walter out in, I think, like the first 4 minutes. Bullshit. Owens pinned Shorty G with a frog splash. Now, before I continue onward, can I just fucking say that the few minutes that Matt Riddle and Shorty G had was my absolute favorite thing ever in all of this show. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved every fucking second of it. These guys are out there grappling to the best of their ability. You're seeing just how technically sound both of these men are in mat wrestling and in I guess in Riddle's case, jiu-jitsu. Or wrestling at that. I mean, you had Shorty shooting for takedowns. They were getting, takedowns were being stuffed. Suplexes were happening. I was in love. Okay, as a former amateur star, that is something that definitely is right up my alley. But let me continue to go through this match really quick. Tommaso Ciampa pinned Kevin Owens with the draping DDT. Owens pinned Damian Priest with a RKO. Matt Riddle pinned Orton with a roll-up, which I'm pretty sure could set up something down the line. I mean, of all the people in this match, I legit think Keith Lee could be the first guy up. Like, I'm sure Vince... so sorry. I'm sure Vince absolutely loved the whole Keith Lee Roman Reigns ending. But before I get there, Corbin pinned Riddle. McIntyre used a Claymore kick on Strowman on the outside of the ring. He got counted out. Not pinned. Counted out. Everybody else pinned their ass. Corbin pins Ricochet with the end of the days. Fuck that. Rollins pinned Ali with a curb stomp. Reigns pinned McIntyre with a spear. Ciampa pinned Corbin after Reigns speared Corbin when they were arguing. Rollins pinned Ciampa with a curb stomp, which I thought was kind of gay. And then Rollins gave him the Ciampa the spear, so it was curb stomp and then the spear. Lee pinned Rollins with the jackhammer, which was beautiful. And then it ended up being Keith Lee against Roman Reigns. And they had a fun, like, 4 or 5 minute exchange. It was really good. Lee goes for, I think he hits the spirit. That's right, the spirit bomb. And he fucking just lifts him up. He fucking hoists him down, slams him flat. Roman bumps so hard. He bumps so hard. He fucking, like, flattens himself on his neck. That pin was so deep. Like, he did that straight off of the recoil. Like, it was fan-fucking-tastic. Other than that, I really didn't like the ending. I didn't want Roman to win. But in all retrospect, as a journalist doing my job here, it was a fucking great ending. It was a great overall match. Corbin is a total dick, and they legit plan for him to be a dick for the rest of his career. That's going to be his gimmick. He'll never be a heel. He'll never be a face. And I don't think I would ever want that. Look, drinky here. All right. Lesnar versus Mysterio. Now, let me say it like this. I have officially given Brock Lesnar his own kind of match. Okay? And Brock Lesnar's own kind of match is simply this. He goes in, it's about 6 minutes of him beating the shit out of you, to the point where, in this instance, Dominic comes in to try to throw the fucking towel in, and I'm just like, really? I have to deal with this shit through AEW. You know, if I don't like the towel. Like, in New Japan, when it happened after, like, 60 minutes, or, like, they were going 50-something minutes, and Kenny was, like, dead, fine. I understand that. But, like, you know, Ray's just getting killed here for, like, 6 minutes. It's not that bad. I've seen him take way worse. Trust me. Trust me. I've seen him take way worse. Okay? You ever see him in fucking Lucha Underground against Matanza Cueto? Mm-hmm. All right, then. Anyway, so Dominic comes in. He's pretty much in there, and the entire time, he's there as a distraction. And it ends up being that Ray gets a low blow, which is a huge crowd pop, which is part 2 of Lesnar's matches. You know, he beats on you for 6-7 minutes, and then you hit a low blow on him, and you make a giant comeback. That's part 3. The giant comeback is part 3. But, you know, because Dominic's in there, we're going to add a little spice. You know, he gets a low blow too, hitting him right in the upper thigh. Perfect placement. You know, and I love, this is the one thing I do love about Brock. He can fucking sell, okay? He can no-sell your offense and make it so goddamn believable that you hate him, but when he sells that offense, you know he's hurt. Like, that's what they make it sound like. You know he's hurt when he's, like, actually, because he will roll around like he's dying. And that's what he's doing. He's fucking rolling around like he's dying. There's a fucking chair shot. The pipe is obviously plastic, and he's getting beat with it. Double 619 from both Ray and Dominic. I thought that was fucking great. I popped huge. I was extra popped huge for fucking Dominic's frog splash. Crappy execution. Great height. Good job, kid. He's only been fucking training for like 4 years, okay? Lance Storm isn't the greatest top rope guy. So, you know, this is stuff he can learn. Everybody learns, you know. There's a learning curve. And then, you know, frog splash from Ray. They both pin him. Hope to keep him down. I was hoping for more of a WrestleMania kick out. You know, Lesnar kicked out at just after 2. It's like, it would have been like, you know, like a good like 2.5, 2.9. I would have been like, oh, you fucking motherfucker. But, I mean, either way, I was still, you motherfucker. And then, you know, Ray tries to come off the top rope, gets caught with an F5. Relatively, not super short. I think maybe like 7-8 minutes at the most. But legit more than half of that, Lesnar kicks your ass. You low blow him. You make a big comeback. He kills you with his move. Lesnar retains after the F5. Obviously, as we know. And then, if that did not kill this fucking crowd, okay? If that fucking world title match didn't kill this crowd, I don't know what did, okay? Everybody's grandpa died all at once. I apologize for saying that. I don't mean to be that negative, but I mean, that was somewhat the vibe in the room. You know, I'm watching this main event, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, they were crazy on fire not but 4 minutes ago. Now these ladies are out. The man, nonetheless, and they're fucking on their hands. They could give a shit, for lack of better terms. And then you have Becky botching. I can't get over Bayley's fucking mom haircut, and it just like drives me bananas. I feel like she's just like that soccer mom that gets really mad that you gave them 5 nuggets when they ordered a 6-piece, and she demands that extra nugget plus 2 for her fucking troubles. You know, the one that waits in Starbucks that wants the fucking, you know, the grande frappuccino with light foam and, you know, not tap water and whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck they do at Starbucks. It just sounds like complicated bullshit. That's what her hair reminds me of, just complicated bullshit. But all in all, like, this was This was okay. I don't know what Becky's problem is, dude. Like, are you really counting? I'm hearing her count before she gives a powerbomb. Why are you counting before you give a powerbomb? Are you not a professional? Have you not been doing this since you were 16? What in the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm hearing them. I'm seeing Bailey mouth the spots. The only one in there acting like a motherfucking professional is Shayna Baszler, who, thank God, gets the win because it was much needed for NXT to look dominant in this show. It would have been much better if they swept. But NXT 4, SmackDown 2, Raw 1, they could give a shit about Raw if it's not fucking obvious. So, I will say that this was a roller coaster of a show. It legit started off really good. It got kind of stable and then took it up. And I think that is somewhat the WWE formula. Now, whether I am, I guess, spoiled by AEW or whether I'm just over WWE, that's how I feel. I mean, you can say that this was like a great, great show. This was maybe a tier below a TakeOver caliber show, but it still had the WWE flaws in it. And that's the unfortunate part. Like the triple threat between the mid-card champions, if you will. That could have been way better. Give them another 4 minutes, allow them to really go do more, and it could have been better. The bullshit with Corbin is just annoying. I'm done with Corbin, but that just makes him a real heel. Like, if you hate him, he is a real good heel, and there's not a lot you can say or do about it. Apparently, I didn't get a whole lot of interaction in this one, unfortunately. 2 guys that joined me, I don't know if they're still even in the chat, Tony and Chris Maldonado. Tony Kirkendall, Chris Maldonado. Chris Maldonado, one part of the Hooligan Zoo crew, by the by. Speaking of crazy people and all that, that's pretty much my review of Survivor Series. If I were to give this fucking show a grade, I'd give it a B-. It was good where it should have been good, and it was bad in places it could have been better. So I'm not blaming the overall product. I'm just saying, you know what your fucking flaws are. Now fix them. You've known them. Stop repeating yourself. Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again the exact same way and expecting a different result. Well, WWE, you are insane because you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. But today, you somewhat decided to change your ways. But also in some way, you remained the exact same. So, with all that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I have another show to record, Mo and the Dead Man. You will get a brand new episode of that, dropping first thing in the morning, by the by. Retro Rewind back on Tuesdays. Episode 25 of the Retro Rewind, by the way. I want to say we're in late March of 1996, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something like that. I want to say March 17th, 18th, 27th, something like that. You'll find out when you listen to the show. It'll be on there. Make sure to check out our new home, anchor.fm/SMRPodnet. Check us out on Facebook, also SMRPodnet. And Twitter, also SMRPodnet. That is legit everywhere we can be found. SMRPodnet will be taking over the airwaves, that is. So, really quickly, I do want to, I guess, I do want to express my gratitude a little bit here. I was in a little bit of a bind. For those of you who know, this is this is all ran through one computer, as it's pretty hard to do. But when one computer goes down and it's the one running the show, everything kind of goes into a flux. So because of that, I was in a little bit of bind. I was in desperate need of a hard drive and an operating system and all that. Anyway, blah, 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 nerd talk aside, I found one on Let Go with a very nice gentleman who helped me out. Not only was it, the hard drive I needed, but it was also a very much needed upgraded hard drive that I needed for a very good price. He was super cool about helping me out, minus the fact that he was up all night working on a project because he is a student over at San Diego State University in electrical engineering. And I'd like to give a big shout out to, I don't want to give you his name, but I do want you guys to do is I want you to go check out his channel. If you're interested at all in anything like electrical engineering, anything about building computers or anything of that sort, go check him out on YouTube. Mo Voltage Mo Power, just like it's spelled. M-O Voltage M-O Power. I will put a link down in the comment section below of this on both the video version, on the YouTube video version, and there's going to be one also in the descriptions version of all the podcastage going around. Again, anchor.fm/SMRPodnet, Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, Speaker, and CastBox. More spots to come. I want to say TuneIn is next, and a few others are on the way. I appreciate you guys listening. And again, tomorrow we drop Mo and the Dead Man talking AEW versus NXT, the Wednesday Night War. And Tuesday we're back with a Retro Rewind. So, appreciate you guys for hanging on. I shall catch y'all around the bend. Peace out. SMR Podcast Network. You should be listening.